Does it sometimes feel like you're stuck in a cycle of negative, unhealthy patterns? In today's show, I'm going to share with you something really easy to do that will help you get unstuck and bring peace into your mind. If you find yourself experiencing a lot of negativities in your life, and you know that there is so much more in your life than what you're currently experiencing, I encourage you to consider that you are simply stuck in a negative pattern. And what I want to encourage you today is to find a pen and paper and write down the practice and the clearing statements that I'm going to share with you today. These practices will help you dissolve negative thought forms and emotions that have gotten you stuck, and then shift your mindset and your outlook on life. Unhealthy patterns such as the shame and the blame and the guilt can prevent a person from healing and prevent from letting in the joy and happiness. And it is often associated with low self-esteem, anxiety, depression, sleep disturbances, stress or stress-related issues, even digestive problems or other health issues. And you may not recognize that these symptoms actually are caused from unhealthy patterns. But when you clear them, the symptoms usually go away. Your mind can literally make you sick, or your mind can literally make you healthy and strong. It's your choice. And most people go through periods of time in life with one or more unhealthy patterns. Guilt, for example, it runs in families, and it's so common. Like when there's a question of moral or ethical transgression or unfulfilled responsibilities, or, for example, feeling guilty for surviving a traumatic event when other people didn't, or believing that someone's actions have caused them harm to you or to others, right? We go through this in life. And when there is this guilt, there's usually blame. And when there's blame, there's usually shame. They coexist, shame, blame, and guilt. They weave in together. And they are often the cause of a lot of limiting beliefs that can prevent you from healing and thriving. The good news is that every single one of us has the ability to clear the energy behind these unhealthy patterns. And in my life, it's one of my real passions to help people get unstuck and clear these patterns, because it's so gratifying to witness the shifts that happen when we clear the energy that is causing these patterns. When you clear this energy behind the patterns, you literally reset and reprogram your mind. The limiting beliefs inside, they're just waiting for you to clear them. And when you do, life doesn't only just get better, something really special happens. You drop into your heart and you start opening your heart, and you can start accessing these quantum realms of incredible healing. Because this energy behind the limiting beliefs can be modified. And what I'm about to guide you through, a practice, a clearing system, it doesn't only free you from the patterns, it opens your heart, your spiritual heart. And when your spiritual heart opens energetically, you access an energy field where all things in your life, they line up in full alignment. You get into the flow. You tune into the flow of your greatness. And when this happens, you get into this abundance in your life. You start getting into the guidance of your higher self, your soul, your all-knowing higher self. When I guide people through this practice, I usually get really amazing feedback, like this experience was life-changing, that their soul was craving it, that they feel happier, and that they have waited for this, and that it's so amazingly liberating. Let's get into the juicy parts of this. So make yourself comfortable. First, practice with me here. And then you can come back and listen again. And then you can write down the practice and the clearing statements and start calling in what you are ready to free yourself from. First of all, let's connect you to source light. So if it's safe for you to do right now, then close your physical eyes. Keep your third eye open. So connect to this source light where the highest frequency lives. We all know where this is intuitively. We all know what it's like. We all know what it's like to connect. You just have forgotten. So it's time to remember. And you may use different words than I do, and that's totally fine. Just follow along here, and you can translate into your own language. You may say you're meditating or praying in this practice that we're about to do. But when I say connect to the light, I am referring to that you're remembering your soul that's always connected to a greater source light. You're remembering your soul light. You're remembering the connection that you have to something greater within you and all around you. That source light, you may call it universe or divinity or God or Yahweh or Allah or Brahma or divine. It's all one. But whatever name you resonate with, use that. I call it light. That is my personal experience, that I connect to the light. And allow me to guide you into an experience of it. So go ahead and drop deep down into your heart. Put your hands on your heart. And breathe here. Breathe a little deeper. Breathing love for yourself. Breathing acceptance, breathing forgiveness. Breathing deeper love for yourself. And get a sense now that you're activating something very powerful within yourself. Something so powerful that is connecting you with an unconditional love. Unconditional love activating within your heart. Unconditional love activating for your whole being. Unconditional love activating within you. Activating and expanding. And now, as it is expanding and activating, you get a sense that you are ascending. You're starting to rise up. You're starting to ride an energy upward, high up above you. And you're connecting with a higher frequency there. A higher frequency where there is a doorway. It's like you're arriving at this doorway, and it's connecting you to this higher frequency. Now open the doorway and access this higher frequency. And now I want you to bring this energy down into your whole body. Start bringing this energy down. We're going to weave this energy into your body so you can start feeling this higher frequency. Because there is a great light that is shining and radiating from this frequency. And now let this light sort of rain down through you. And let this light fill your whole body. And turn on the light within your whole being. Get the sense that you're turning on the light inside your head and your brain with ease. You're turning the light on within your throat. You're turning the light on within your heart. And you're shining this light down into your solar plexus and your belly. And it's clearing away all nervous energy. It's clearing away all the fear. It's creating all this great clarity. And you shine this light into your whole pelvis, into your sacrum, through your hips and down your legs and into your knees, down through your feet, and grounding yourself down into Mother Earth, into the very center of this planet, and connecting with the frequency there. There's this wonderful unconditional love of the feminine divine mother that you can tap into right here, right now, activating yourself and connecting in the light. And let that come right back up into your heart, receiving it with an open heart. So you now get the sense that you can receive the light and the love from above you and below you. And it meets in your heart with such great activity, with such great force from source light. And it's building, it's activating, it's building, it's activating, and it starts to expand. So you get bigger, you take up the space. Take up the space, you expand your energy. You make room for you. You make room to remember that you're so much more than this flesh and blood. You make room to energize all your energy centers in your whole being. You energize and you start spiraling with all this wonderful energy. Get the sense that you're expanding in every breath, taking up the space, expanding and getting bigger and bigger and bigger, 10 feet all around you, 20 feet, 50 feet, 100 feet, 1,000 feet. Woo! Get bigger. Yeah. Shake all the limitations off of you and get bigger. Breathe into that. Yes. Now that you're in an expanded state, it's easier to clear the negativity and the unhealthy patterns. Now that you've expanded your energy, it's easier to free yourself. So go ahead and repeat out loud after me. Anywhere I did something bad in the past, repeat it out loud. Anywhere I have or am punishing myself over and over for it now, I dissolve all of that in the light. Everywhere I feel so ashamed or guilty that I won't let myself off the hook and I keep ruining my life, I dissolve all of that in the light. Say it out loud. Your voice is powerful. It carries vibration that's easier to clear what negativity and is keeping you stuck and blocking you. So say it out loud after me here. Anywhere I condemn myself so much that I will never heal or free myself, I dissolve all of that in the light. Everywhere I feel like a victim, anywhere I feel sorry for myself, I dissolve all of that in the light. Say it out loud, firmly, strongly, with great conviction that you have the power to free yourself from all of this. Everywhere I am hurting myself, everywhere I'm hurting myself due to low self-esteem, I dissolve all of that. Everywhere I'm blaming others for hurting me, I dissolve all of that in the light. Everywhere I feel so overwhelmed and just want to give up, I dissolve all of that in the light, right here, right now. Everywhere I'm giving away my power to others, I dissolve all of that in the light. Just imagine that you literally, your energy, your vibration of your voice is literally just dissolving it. burning it. Everywhere I have let silly, negative patterns, like all the shame, blame, and the guilt, stop me from being my greatest self and align with my all-knowing soul, I dissolve all of that. You have the power to free yourself. So step into your power right now. Step into your truth and speak from there. Feel that you're expanding energetically. Feel that you're connected with the greatness that you pray to, that you meditate upon. And feel connected with that. Clearing it all. Say it out loud after me right now. Everywhere I have let these unhealthy blockages stop me from truly aligning with my soul, I dissolve all of it right here, right now. The light dissolves it. It burns it up like fire that just comes and burns it. And say out loud, anywhere I rather want to listen to the monkey mind, listening to excuses and patterns that are activated within me, instead of listening to my heart and intuitive guidance of my soul, everywhere I rather want to listen to all the low frequency stuff, I dissolve all of that in the light. Everywhere I am ready to let go. Everything I'm ready to let go of right now, I dissolve all of that. Everything I am ready to let go of right now, I dissolve all of that in the light. And visualize and imagine that it just poof, explodes. The light just comes in and explodes it and dissolves it and clears it up. It just vanishes with ease. Breathe. Breathe a little deeper now. Take some long, deep breaths. Fill yourself up with love. And exhale everything that it is that you're letting go of. You just had the opportunity to clear a lot of stuff. And just know that there is a lot more hidden deep down in your iceberg that is ready to be stirred up and be cleared away. So make it a daily practice to practice these statements, to come up with your own statements, whatever it is that's coming up in your field, whatever it is that's coming up to your conscious mind. In the previous shows, we've discussed the conscious mind, the subconscious mind, and the unconscious mind with the iceberg. So you can go back and watch those shows if this is new to you. You're bringing up all that stuff that you're ready to free yourself from right into your conscious mind. And with this clearing system, you make it possible to free yourself. One point about when you clear negativity and emotional stuff as well, it requires additional hydration. It's dehydrating to process a lot of negativity and emotional stuff within you. So just make a point to hydrate more, okay? Now, let's filling up with more love and light. So delicious, so gratifying and expanding and bringing in the joy and the flow and the abundance and the prosperity and the health and all the greatness that we want in life. Let's ask the universal love, the divine love and light, to orchestrate the greatness into your life. You're literally asking the light to orchestrate it with ease. You are one. You and the divine are one. And the divine is like this divine mother. If you think of a mother and her child, the mother wants to give the child everything. You are that child of the divine mother. And what we're going to do right now is asking, requesting all of that greatness right into our heart, opening our heart in the love and light to truly receive it, feeling so worthy of it. You can go ahead and say to yourself, I am worthy of receiving all the greatness. I am worthy of filling myself up with love and light. I'm worthy of filling in the blank of what it is that you want. I'm worthy of. So go ahead and expand your energy a little bit more, so you can truly tune into that frequency of the love and light and truly receive it. Expanding, activating, expanding, activating, because when you are expanded in your expanded state, it's easier to open up and it's easier to receive what it is that you're asking for, asking the universe and the divine light to orchestrate. So go ahead and again, repeat out loud after me. What would it take for me to enjoy my life right now? What would it take for me to feel that every day is great? And that everything in the way of that is dissolved right now? What would it take for me to explore the beauty of the world? What would it take for me to truly experience the great joys of being in the flow? And everything and anything in the way of all that from happening, I dissolve all of that in the light right now. Take back your power, stand in your power, stand in your truth, and know that you have the power to free yourself. Know that you have the power to clear all the things that are blocking you, keeping you unstuck, all of that stuff. You have the power to clear it all out of the way. So what would it take for me to experience the true joy and gratitude for life? Say it out loud. Declare it. Firmly, strongly, powerfully. And everything in the way of that, I dissolve it in the light right here, right now. What would it take for me to truly experience freedom? What would it take for me to truly experience the wealth and the bliss and the love of life? And anything or everything and everything in the way of that, I dissolve it in the light right now. Wow. Yes. Say yes to life. Open yourself up. Expand. Trust that you are calling it in right now. You're opening yourself up. You're expanding. You're filling yourself up with love and light. So you feel so worthy of receiving it. And you're calling it in. Say it out loud. What would it take for me to free myself right now? And anything and everything in the way of that, I dissolve it in the light. Visualize, imagine it dissolving. What would it take for me to take action towards reaching my goals? Just think about your goals that you want to attain right now in your life. What are you working on? Call it in. Call in the ideas to land in your conscious mind of what action steps to take, who to connect with, what to do, what to be in order to truly achieve and reach your goals. And anything and everything in the way of all of that greatness, I dissolve it in the light. Say it out loud, practice it. Make it second nature that whatever is in the way, you just have what it takes to clear it. Very good. Come back to this clearing anytime you want. And clear what's in the way and start filling up more in love and light. Because this filling up allows you to remember that you are that love and light. You always have been and you always will be. You certainly are right now. Whether you feel it or not, remember it or not, you are. And it's just a matter of expanding and activating and clearing and calling it in, expanding, activating, clearing, and calling it in. And you'll start having the direct experience of being that. And your life will start changing. Reach deep inside of you now. And think about going into your future. Connect with your future self. And trust and be 1000% certain that you can change in any way possible. And that it's happening right now. And you are calling in that abundant and happy life that you're ready to live. Breathe that in. And breathe it out. Make it a habit to breathe longer and deeper. Oh yes. There it is. Calling it in every breath. So juicy, so lovely, so activating, so expanding. And keep breathing like that. And if you'd like to go deeper and get to the very root of these deep-seated patterns in your unconscious and subconscious mind with greater ease, along with clearing many other negative patterns that block health and success, then connect with me, schedule a free call with me. You can do that at my website, HeidiHealing.com, Heidi Healing like this show, and then .com, and just click get started now and schedule a call with me. The beauty and the magic of what I just shared with you, the method, the practice, the clearing system that I just shared with you, it has this capacity to clear the hidden stuff deep down in your unconscious that you're not even aware of, that may surface in 5 years from now, and all of a sudden you're like, what just happened? You're like blindsided about what just happened. But when you start clearing with a system like this, it addresses all the hidden stuff. It's the greatest preventative care. It clears it out. This clearing system is literally designed to bring up all the limitations and clear it. It's this potent system for change and transformation, and it can be used to change anything in your life. Changing disease to great health, changing poverty to great abundance and prosperity, changing loneliness to feeling connected and receiving love, feeling stuck to being in the flow. You have the power to change anything in your life because you are the creator of your life. You constantly change, you constantly evolve, you constantly create things all the time. You don't even have to know how it works. This method that I just shared with you and guided you through, it just works. When you're in the middle of clearing a lot of stuff, it may feel like it doesn't work because when it's bringing it all up, it may seem so overwhelming and like a big beast that you've just created a big beast, but that's just because it was hidden within your unconscious already, and you're bringing it up into your conscious mind so you can have a look at it and clear it out of the way. It's not that it is making you create the problems. They were already within you. You're just bringing it forth so you can see it. If you have a beast far, far away, it doesn't seem so scary, right? But when it's right up in front of you, it seems pretty big and like, whoa, what is this? But the beast has been there all along. And so to free yourself, you want to bring stuff up so you can free yourself and you can clear it, right? It's what happens in meditation too. But this system, this method just addresses it very specifically and very directly. And that's why it's so powerful. It's so powerful because it goes beyond your cognitive mind and it clears the limiting beliefs energetically. And this practice works even if you are already very well versed in inner healing work. If you're very advanced, have been doing years and years and years, your whole life on freeing yourself, this system, this method will speed up dissolving the beast when it's right there up front, because you have done such a good job activating it. And if you have done a lot of work and you're still not fully experiencing the greatness of your life and the abundance and the prosperity and the health, and you are like, oh, to heck with all of it. I'm just going to swear because it can be so frustrating to be in that state. You've done so much healing work, so much inner work, and it's like, what? Where's the proof? Where's the proof of all of that you've done? It can feel so frustrating, right? And it's simply because you're so close to freeing yourself and you just need that last little bit. And that's what this method can help you with. That's what it can do for you. Know that when you're feeling stuck, you're creating more from that place of energy. You are the creator of your life. You're constantly creating. And if it seems like you are just getting more and more stuck, it's because you're creating from that place. And that is why this method works so well, because it's literally expanding the energy. You are getting in touch with the energy behind all of it, and then you're starting to dissolve it, and you're shifting it, and you're clearing it. And then you get into the flow, and you call in all the greatness, and you can start creating from a new energy. And when that happens, you start creating more of that. You see how that works? This is such an important shift from creating from all of that yucky stuff, that stuck place of the negative patterns, shame, blame, and guilt, blaming others, blaming yourself, feeling shameful, blah, 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 repeating the storylines, blah, 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 all of that. Expanding, clearing with the power of your voice, and shifting into a new reality, a new energy, where you start calling in the greatness, focusing on all of the greatness that you want experiencing. And that is a conscious shift. It's a conscious shift that you are having the freedom to make every single morning when you open your eyes and take your first breath. It's a choice for a conscious shift you have in every single breath. So it's up to each one of us to make that conscious choice, to make that conscious shift all the time. And the most important thing of it all is to know that you do have what it takes to make this conscious shift. You just need the proper support and the proper expert guidance to take you there. You can do so much on your own. No doubt, absolutely. Stepping into your power, claiming your truth, knowing your truth, stepping into your truth. But if you're stuck over here, it requires some support and accountability, because otherwise you just keep repeating the same. So perhaps you felt a little bit of a shift of just a very short glimpse of the practice that I guided you through today. But just know that with proper support and expert guidance, you can go all the way and you can truly free yourself. A lot of people that I work with, they start out with being over here feeling miserable and stuck, even suicidal, sick, unhappy, depressed, anxious. And then when they work with me, because I am trained to see the energetic patterns that are causing a person to experience the pain and suffering of life, I know how to facilitate this shift, these clearing processes, and support, to provide the support needed to resolve all this unhealed stuff, and to facilitate the conscious shift to arrive over where it's easy to call in all the greatness. A client of mine, I started working with this beautiful woman, and She came to me feeling really depressed, and she was suffering from anxiety. She was also suffering from asthma and inflammation and plantar fasciitis, and she was quite obese. And she had lived with low self-esteem for 47 years in her life. And she was stuck in the blame and the shame and the guilt. And she was stuck hating herself and hiding her light. And she was so afraid of, of her own power. She had this corporate job that she hated, but she was really scared of quitting, even though that she was overworked and exhausted, and she just wasn't appreciated in the work that she was in. But so she signed up to work with me, and she lost 40 pounds, and the asthma and the inflammation and the plantar fasciitis went away. I'm an Ayurvedic doctor and a yoga therapist, and along with these spiritual healing practices, like the method that I just guided you through today, I have a lot of expertise that I bring when I work with somebody. Her cholesterol numbers dropped 60 points. They went into range, and she started to loving herself and respecting herself. And so she was able to quit this corporate job where she just was not appreciated. And now she's living her life with this great awareness and consciousness of her needs, honoring her needs, holding herself accountable when she realizes and knows what is in the flow. She follows her guidance, and she's embracing her healing abilities. It's a beautiful thing. And she's so excited about her life. Wow. There's this other woman that I'm working with. She came to me because she was suffering from a thyroid tumor, serious stuff. She was also experiencing obesity, long-term weight gain. And she was struggling with fear and codependency, and she wanted to always please others. She was sabotaging herself, another common pattern to be stuck in. But she was motivated to engage in my soul renewal practitioner training. And she became one of my apprentices. And during our work together, she embraced her abilities to heal. And she learned how to love and to forgive herself and to trust her inner abilities. And what happened was she was so amazed of how quickly she could access her higher states of consciousness. And she could access these higher states of consciousness without the use of plant medicines. Nowadays, so many people think that they have to use plant medicines to get into these altered states, but it's not necessary. As a matter of fact, there is a lot of risk involved with taking plant medicines. A lot of people die. A lot of people get stuck, more stuck. But you have the power within yourself. Your soul can guide you into these higher altered states of consciousness and activate your abilities within yourself. And there's freedom in that. There is healing in that. There is power in that. There is abundance in that. There is flow in that. It literally will get you unstuck in no time. And that's what happened for this woman, because she learned how to recognize her own truth. She learned to call back her power and stand in her truth. And she realized that she had the key all along to unlock all of that greatness within herself. She's now tumor-free. Wow, she's tumor-free. She's tumor-free. She loves her life. She's traveling the world. And so these are just a couple of success stories of the people working with me. People that go through my programs, they experience these shifts. So when you're dedicated and sincere about your desire, your true desire to heal, your true desire to change, when you're truly honoring that desire within you, that you're so ready to shift and change and improve something and achieve your goals 100%, oh, the world will show you the opportunities. The universe will bring that back to you because you're calling it in. You're calling it in. and you will bring them forth. You created them. You called them in. When people start working with me, they experience great results. Why again? Because I've been blessed with practices and intuitive insight that lead to these remarkable shifts. They lead to the transformations. They lead to the flow, getting into the flow. And if you allow me, I will help you to take your power back and stand in your truth and knowing how to confirm what is true for you. And then incredible healing is possible. So if you are thinking about improving your life right now and is ready to experience this greater health and happiness sooner than later, then go to my website, HeidiHealing.com, click that button, Get Started Now, and sign up for a free call with me. And let's explore how you most easily get there. Thank you so much for watching this Heidi Healing show. I'm pouring my heart and soul out in this show, sharing so much of what I have been blessed with, giving you glimpses of how much easier it can be to shift your reality and step into your power and know your truth and how to heal yourself and how to call in the greatness. I look forward to seeing you next week, where we are exploring more great healing practices. And please remember always that it's never too late to heal at all levels. Namaste.